Hi guys, it's Faye and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about my current work in progress. Now, what I'm clarifying as the story that I'm currently drafting, not the one that I'm currently plotting, even though that's also taken a lot of my time. So I'm going to talk about my current work in progress. Now, I am a fantasy writer. That is probably my heart and soul, so it is a fantasy. Woo, shock horror. So it's set in our world in 2018, so currently. It focuses more around the occult rather than like fairies and elves and whatnot, though there are some elves. I'm not sure I know what my book is. But it primarily focuses around witches, vampires, werewolves, and a whole load of other mystical creatures. So the story was inspired by some of my favourite authors, some of the books, some of the TV programmes. It's a collation of loads of different things. So I was very inspired by the All Souls series by Deborah Harkness and the House of Night series by PC and Kristen Cast. I think probably those two are the biggest influences. Also completely obsessed and very inspired by Shadowhunter series. Now I will confess I have not read the books, but I'm obsessed with the Netflix series. Please don't send hate in my comments because I haven't read the books. I will. One day. But those are my main inspirations, and I think it's more inspired by their different takes on the occult rather than having, I don't mean to bash, but like Vampire Diaries is not my type. So they're different takes on the different occults. Obviously with the House of Night series I focused on vampires. Now the All Souls series focuses on vampires as well, but it's mainly witches. I think it's just witches and vampires. That's all there is in the first book yet. I haven't really got to the second book, but I'm nearly there. And then obviously Shadowhunters focuses a lot on demons. Love some good demons. And obviously opposite of that would be angels. So it's a variety of mystical beings that I'm trying to weave together. Trying. Being the operative word. So if you can tell from the thumbnail, there's a lot of paper involved because it's my rule book, let's say. It was my scribbling down of what creatures I wanted, how I was going to portray them, kind of like the basic rules. Something that every fantasy story needs is rules. And you know, that's where a lot of people get tripped up because they think, oh, I'm writing fantasy, I can do whatever I want. Yeah, you can do whatever you want, but you need to have rules for yourself, otherwise it's going to go insane. But I'll talk about that in another video. Currently my work in progress is very new to drafting. I'm about 2.5 chapters in, and I do have a prologue, and I know people don't like prologues, but I like prologues, so I wrote a prologue. So the aim is to have at least half of the book by February, March, like early springtime next year, because you know I am working and adulthood. But that's the goal, is trying to get at least half done. I don't plan on revising until I finish the first draft, just because I find that good practice. Ultimately, the plan for this story is to query it and hopefully get it traditionally published. At the minute, I'm just doing what I love doing. I'm making weird and wonderful creatures and weird and wonderful situations and drama, and yeah, I like it. My beta readers seem to like it, so hopefully you guys will too, eventually, when it's done, if it's done. Just to wrap this up, I will tell you that the story has a working title. I'm not sure how I feel about it, so I'm not going to tell you what the working title is, just because it makes me anxious and I don't like that. So thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. If you want to hear more about this work in progress, or maybe we can do some writing vlogs or something, I don't know, let me know down below. Feel free to subscribe. I will be trying to post content every Monday. Until next time, guys. Bye! Oh god, that was weird.